Hello everyone, welcome back to the IndieGeekGuy channel, and we're back with Black Sails Season 3 finale. Well, I don't know how to feel going into this. I feel nervous, excited. I feel like there's going to be some swift revenge by someone about this whole Vane thing, which I still kind of can't get over, that he's not going to be in the show for the remainder of the whole thing. I'm imagining Blackbeard's going to come in, he's going to want revenge. Flint and Jack, they're going to be, standing their ground and being like, look, you may have taken one of us, but we're more resolved than ever to do what we're setting out to achieve, so that's going to be a thing. I'm just worried there's going to be more casualties. I'm hoping everything goes well. I am just very worried that there might be more casualties. I'm not sure who, but it's a possibility, and I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. It could happen. I might have to just endure it all over again. Nevertheless, it's Black Sails, so I am still excited, because I feel whatever they decide to do, it will probably be amazing, and it will work, despite if it tears my heart out in the process of doing so. I'm excited. I feel like there's a lot of potential going into this finale to be something rather spectacular, so let's see it, I suppose. But before we jump in, please remember to hit the thumbs up button if you do enjoy the video. It helps it get seen by more people, and it lets me know you liked it. Also consider subscribing so you don't miss any future videos, more Black Sails, movie reviews, reactions, gameplay, all the good stuff. Just help the channel out. It's good. It's good. There's also a Discord server. There's a link to that down below where you can hang out with other like-minded people, talk about movies and TV shows, including Black Sails. And we're just trying to grow a community over there as well. So if you're interested in that, there's a link to that as well. But without further ado, let's jump into the season finale of Season 3 of Black Sails. And hope everything goes well.
At the end of the day, secrets among friends are the source of all good things gone wrong.
So is he burying it without telling anybody else? He's going to put a big old X on the ground.
She agreed it was best for all, for its whereabouts to remain unknown.
Except for you three. All you three get to know where it is.
In a few days' time, you look out and stare down King George's navy.
If anyone can do it, Flint can. He's just going to stare at them and they'll explode.
I told Billy I believed your darkest thoughts somehow had the ability to manifest themselves upon our reality. In my defense, I hadn't had anything to eat or drink in a while.
I was going to say, Flint's like, are you crazy? You think I'm some sort of sea god?
Some of those demons I've come to know, but the one in whose name this war is to be fought, it is still a stranger to me. Will you tell me?
It's easy to forget that only we, the audience, actually know that. That looks fucking amazing. Like, Jesus. They're going to get wiped out by these cannons, surely. Oh, God. Jesus. Alright, well, they survived the initial volley. Let's see how this next bit goes. I mean, they're weak here. Like, they're sitting ducks as they're getting out of these boats. But they have no defense or anything. Just fucking line them up and go. Oh my God. Jesus. Saving Private Ryan, eat your heart out. You know? Oh my God. Amazing. Amazing. Oh my God, this brave man. Oh no. Oh man, this is getting eviscerated. Jesus.
Fall back!
They're just walking in. They're like Cybermen or something. Like, no emotion, just walk in, freak them the fuck out.
A tactical withdrawal to guide us into an ambush.
Am I to believe he sacrificed over 50 of his men? Led them into a massacre deliberately?
Yep. That's exactly what he would do. Exactly what he would do.
Show her what you showed to me.
Oh, it's a black spot right there. You're fucked.
If you would like me to form a small detail to offer you protection in the meantime...
If anyone has a problem with my allegiance to the crown, my men and I are happy to address it with them.
Oh, they're gonna die. They're gonna die.
You should be in bed.
I've spent enough time in bed.
Yeah, what's he gonna make of this? He's gonna fucking flip his shit. Ah, you fucks. All of you.
It seems as though I'm fortunate you had the courage to do it.
She's fucked you, man. She's fucked you, and you're like rolling over for her.
2 sloops, man of war. It's a familiar combination. I once had a fleet of that makeup.
Oh, there he is.
Charles is dead. The island I helped to build. He thought he could do that, face no consequences. He failed to account for me.
Come on, Blackbeard. Come on. Take out everyone.
Once our relationship had been exposed, defiled, scandalized, that was the day that on some level I knew that England was broken.
You actually told him. I'm fucking impressed.
We agreed that I would select a man to be responsible for making a direct move against Captain Hornigold once the battle begins. I chose Mr. Dobbs. You chose Dobbs? The entirety of our plan rests on its success. Why would you assign it to a man harboring who knows what sort of resentment against you? Because it isn't resentment. I believe he feels shame.
Oh my god.
And a great need to redeem himself in my eyes.
That is power right there. That is power. Jesus. Is this part of the plan? Is this part of the plan, though?
Show me that you truly intend to leave Captain Flint and your life with him behind you.
Okay.
Oh, that man will meet the same end, whether you shoot him or some other man hangs him. But I'd like to be quite certain your intentions are true.
Yeah, I think he heard that, so he just went with it. Oh, I don't know. I feel like this is the plan. I feel like this is the plan, but I don't know. God damn it.
I have no doubt that Captain Throckmorton is currently unconcerned with our threat. We've only just begun to tell our story. We haven't yet introduced the villain.
Interesting. Billy's planning. He's scheming. I love to see Billy playing the game, as it were.
Make an enemy out of someone I may one day wish to call a friend.
Yeah. He fucked. He fucked. Like, what did they expect to happen? Well, we'll just ignore it. I'm sure nothing will happen. Idiots.
I suppose Flint's come to see that there might be some capacity in you after all.
And as it sounded as if there was more to that thought, that you might see yourself agreeing with him again. About my capacity.
Come on, Jack. You can do this. You can prove yourself to Blackbeard. I believe in you. You've done it for everybody else.
Raise the Black instead. He believes we are beneath him, tactically incompetent. Why give him any reason to doubt it?
It's an interesting play.
Prepare the larboard batteries!
Alright. We're doing it. We're doing it. Let's see how this goes. That smug fucking smile. Jesus, all of them have it. All of them have that smug smile down to a T.
See you on the other side.
Always.
These two. The true heroes. They've been through some bumps, but... Oh, it looks amazing. It looks amazing. Oh my god, this shot! It is incredible. Oh, they're swimming. They'd be swimming. Oh, that's a long-ass swim. That is a long swim. Jesus.
Find Mr. Silver, the fugitive Mr. Rackham, and have the cash in our possession before the sun sets.
No one's accounting for Flint. Like, no one is accounting for him right now. Like, where is he?
The men need to know they're in good favor with me. They need it. Mr. Dobbs will do what I ask of him.
Pull everyone back.
Yeah, yeah.
Pull them back
it's
now!
Right.
He will leave.
Oh, dear.
Exactly what I asked.
Thank God.
I'm sure.
Thank God. I was so worried. Oh, ninjas! Ninjas! I'm so happy that this has worked out as Flint just massacres people. As he goes. Well, there goes Dobbs. He tried to redeem himself. Although the implications of that whole thing are pretty terrifying, to be honest. The power that Silver has over people. Play it cool, Jack. Play it cool. Nice and smooth. It's over. Hands on your ship. It's over. Oh, so good. So good. Oh, I'm so happy this has all worked out. Jack's a genius and a badass. Blackbeard is just threatening as fuck. Oh, this could be it. This could be it. These two have had a rivalry born out of, like, necessity. That was a long time coming. It's just like, you looking up at Flint like, you bastard. You made me become this, even though if Hornigold had just gone along with Flint's plan all along, he probably would have been in a better place. And, you know, not dead on the floor.
Tell your governor! You tell him I'm coming!
Oh.
Let us say.
Hype.
But in terms of our future and the danger that you believe you may pose to me, I have survived starvation. Jealous captains, mutinous crews, angry lords, a queen, a king, and the goddamn British Navy. You may be concerned that someday we will clash. You will have no choice but to be my end. I won't worry too much.
Oh my god. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. It's been such a build-up to that relationship.
Why not use Flint? They'll know him already. They'll fear him already.
I've lived too long dependent upon Flint to be the one to hold our ranks together.
It's going to be Silver, isn't it?
Starting tonight is a new story for Nassau. I've watched her follow madmen. I've watched her follow rich men. I've watched her bow before tyrants. But now, it's time she had a king.
Oh my god. To be fair, Flint has always said that Flint, the persona of Flint, needs to disappear eventually. So it kind of plays into that.
Until then, I remain Long John Silver.
Oh, yes! It finally happened. Oh my god, the fucking hype. Oh my god, the hype. The hype of that episode. Oh, I'm going to try and calm myself down a little bit here. There was a lot to love there. A lot to love. First and foremost, how well everything went for everyone. Although there is the implication that, about Flint's eventual end and what that could mean. But that aside, I'm happy with how everything went here. Everything that I wanted to happen, happened, and it happened brilliantly. Right, let's start off with just, again, talking about the scale of the show. Like, they're pulling off, you know, high budget movie level looking naval battles, ground battles. Like, they're not pulling their punches at all. And he said they're swinging their punches. That's exactly what they're doing. They're swinging their punches and they're doing it hard and fast. It looks incredible. Like, directionally, just the tech that I presume they're using to film it, all of it looks so good. And just sucks you in. Like, there's nothing there to make you go, this is fake, this isn't real. Like, you know, like a lot of TV suffers from that, especially when it tries to push the boundaries of what you can do on a TV show. But for this show, like, it really, it amazes me. It amazes me. Like, I can certainly see how people were like, how did this show just go beneath so many people's radars? Like, the production value alone is like, how? The story stuff. I loved the scenes between Silver and Flint. I love that Flint was just honest about how this all came to be from his point of view, and I love that Silver was both sympathetic towards it, but also concerned about what that might mean for their friendship and where it might take them in the future. I thought it was really interesting, and obviously setting up the persona of Long John Silver. Like, he is already, even though they're creating, like Billy and co are creating this persona without his knowledge, he already seems to be understanding it. He already knows that he is not just someone to be feared. He's someone that people want to impress. He's someone that people want to be liked by and also fear, which is, you know, that is true power, really. That is the thing where you can command such loyalty from people, where, as demonstrated in this episode with Dobbs being, like, beaten effectively by Silver, most times that would cause resentment between, like Flint says, that would cause resentment between you and that person. But here it's just like, I need to do something to, like, satisfy that guy. I need to get myself back in his good books, like, and that is dangerous. And it builds so many implications for what could happen next season, as I presume, again, I mean, it's sad to think about this, but I presume there will start to be a divide between Flint and Silver. Especially, I assume the way the show's going to maybe end is sort of right at the cusp of going into, like, the Treasure Island story. So I don't know, that it's a lot of interesting implications. I'm sure the show is going to do its own thing with it as well. But I did love all those scenes between the two of them. Apologies if there aren't loads of them in the reaction, because, like, I was just absorbed for most of it. There wasn't much, like, reaction stuff there. So if there's not that much of it in the actual reaction segment, that is why. But I loved it. I love their dynamic, and they have such an interesting setup. The only thing I can kind of compare it to, I mean, I suppose there's two things I could kind of compare it to, but it's very much its own thing, is that it has a kind of Sherlock Moriarty, Doctor Who master thing going on, but it's kind of like, what if we were actually seeing them as friends beforehand, kind of thing? What if we were actually seeing the beginning of that relationship and, like, their friendship and their respect for one another, and you kind of just know where it might go in the future, and it might not be a good place. But I find it fascinating. I think it's going to be, I think, the highlight of the season, next season going forward, which I can't wait to see transpire. But also, the important thing, as I was saying in the reaction, that the reason Billy chose Silver is because of those reasons. Like, people like him and they fear him. Those are the reasons why he chose Silver to be figurehead of this revolution in Nassau. But also, Flint has kind of always said, when his job is done, he needs to vanish. Like, that persona needs to leave, because he can't truly, especially at this point, be the one to lead it anymore because of everything he's done. He kind of knows that. So I am wondering if we're going to get, I don't know, maybe Flint is going to back down on that, and he's going to want to be the king of the pirates. Like, I mean, in the very first episode of Black Sails, he says to Billy, "I am your king." And maybe that's exactly what his downfall is going to be, is the fact that he has that I am the one to lead you mentality. And the thing about Silver is that he's sort of fought his way up, and I think people kind of respect that, and that's why he's in a very different position to what Flint is, where Flint is just assumed command over people and, you know, led them through fear, and basically all the tactics that England use, he just repurposed them in a pirate fashion. And I think that's why everyone may have, like, a kind of, even including Flint himself, have, like, this underpinned sort of resentment for him, because they recognize that. They recognize that tactic that England has used against them, including against Flint himself. And it's interesting. It is a fascinating thing that, and I do hope that Flint understands that he's still in that position that when all is said and done, it's the best thing for Nassau, and probably himself, is to just find somewhere quiet and disappear. And I imagine that might be why he goes back and wants to dig up the treasure, because so he can retire on a good nest egg. And maybe that's where the conflict will come in, but, you know, it's interesting. It's all a very good setup. I don't know what the show's going to do different to Treasure Island, the actual story. I assume it will change things for itself. Jack and Anne learning that Vane was in fact hung. I wasn't sure at the end of the last episode if they'd heard the news or not, because it was kind of like, oh, they know he's dead, but maybe they're just kind of speculating because it seems kind of inevitable if he's been captured that he would be dead. But seeing them finally see that, and then Jack suddenly, you know, Jack's gone through a big transformation over these past few episodes where he's realizing it is his time to try and step up and do what he can. And it's going to be interesting to see where he goes. Like, now, you know, he has like some respect from Flint and Silver. It seems like they are kind of an understanding of what his value is. Now he's got to try and it seems like in this episode he's started the foundation of proving that to Blackbeard. And Blackbeard, that's a whole other thing. Like, what's he going to be doing next season? Like, he's this chaotic element that I have no idea where that's going to go. Like, like, is he going to try and assume command? Because at the end here we had them all gathered around, sort of making a pact of like, we are going to be like a council of people who are going to take charge of this effort, and Nassau presumably. But yeah, I assume that is the next season, is reclaiming Nassau for the pirates. Whatever happens to that buried treasure and all of that comes with it. Eleanor seems, and Woodes Rogers seem to be like going to be the focal point of like the antagonist part of the tale going forward. So we kind of got the promise that maybe Jack is going to be the one to deal out punishment to Eleanor. I mean, there's so many people who are going to be gunning for her, so it's going to be interesting to see how that is handled. Who is going to deal with Eleanor, or if she'll redeem herself. I don't really see herself doing that, though. Not at this point. I feel like that ship has kind of sailed. But that's the other thing. I expected Woodes Rogers to be pissed about what she had done when he came to, but nope. He just rolled on over and was like, oh, thank God you did it. You had the strength to do it. This is not what he would have done. Not in a million years. If he was able to be there to make those choices, that is not what he's done. But Eleanor has wrapped him around her finger, and he's just like, yeah, well, you did the right thing. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I will defend you. I will stand with you. And it's not going to end well for him. It's not going to end well for him. Super strong episode. Loved it. Loved the production value. Loved the character beats that are still present. I mean, that's the truly impressive thing, is that in an episode that is largely a big action set piece, more or less, it still found the time to have the character moments and the beats and the progression of those characters, especially going into the next season. I mean, the shot with Flint and Silver looking at each other across the river, I mean, that's the biggest kind of visual representation of what might happen between those two going forwards. Like a literal divide going across them, and yeah, we'll see where that goes. But I love this episode. I think it was really good, especially because, as I say, within all that action set piece, it found the time to keep the characters moving forward and find their new motivations going forward. And yeah, good solid stuff across the board. And now we're heading into the final season of Black Sails. I mean, that has come around a lot quicker than I expected it to. It feels like yesterday I was just starting season 1, and here we are, we're going into the last season. I hope it ends on a good note. I don't see how it can't. Like, I feel like too many people are rightfully impressed with this show and everything that it does. I don't feel like the ending is going to disappoint. I am more worried about the fact that it's going to leave me wanting more. However, like, I can definitely see that being a case, but I look forward to it. I think it's going to be a fun ride, and I hope to see you all there. Thank you for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please hit the thumbs up button. It helps me know you liked it. It helps the video get seen by more people and all that good stuff. Maybe consider hitting the subscribe button as well, so you don't miss any future videos. That's reactions, reviews, gameplay, all of the good stuff. Please consider doing it. Helps the channel out, helps me out. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.